Hello. Thank you so much for listening. Just waiting to see if the video skips. No, it's all good. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I want to talk to you today about the magic of stepping into our stillness of mind, and actually why that can feel really quite difficult for us initially, but actually how we can help ourselves to do that. Okay. And as part of this talk, I am gifting anybody listening free access to a course that I'm running, which will go into this in so much more detail. So we start on the 9th of November, and sorry, my phone just pinged up. We start on the 9th of November, and we are going to be looking at this in detail, and it will be offering you self-help tips galore as we go through, and we're going to have prizes and all those sorts of things as well. So do join if this is something that you feel really drawn to start having a look into, and know that even if it feels like it might be the most impossible thing to you right now, if you feel like you're in this space of kind of overwhelm and your mind charging away, the thought of stepping into that stillness of mind, if that feels really difficult for you, then do not despair, because I've done exactly that myself, come out of this kind of overwhelm, anxiety, into learning how to be, learning how to be still in my mind, and actually being able to find peace. So what do we do? How do we feel when we don't have this stillness? We're going to feel exhausted. We're going to feel drained. We're going to feel like we have no battery left. And that is essentially because, our whole body, our whole mind is just in overdrive. It's like when we have too many apps open on our phone, for example, and it just drains the battery. That is essentially what's happening for us. And anxiety, as an example, will be where we are spending our energy thinking about imagining what may happen in the future. It's completely natural to do so because of our subconscious programming, which we'll go over more in the free course. And then, depression generally is about looking back to past events, or, having those just feeling awful about past events. And again, that can be a subconscious thing, other rather than us necessarily consciously thinking about it. So having that stillness of mind means actually living in our present moment, as opposed to projecting the future, imagining the future, because that's essentially what anxiety is. We're imagining something is going to happen for us, or living in the past, and we're kind of zapping our energy because our subconscious is still tuning us back into past events. Now, all of this is resolvable, so don't despair. It is all resolvable. We do not have to manage and cope with anything, okay, in life. This is a real key bit of every time I talk, pretty much. I want people to understand that we don't have to just manage and cope with symptoms. We can actually fully resolve them. My life is testament to that, and the work that I do with my clients, their transformations that they achieve are testament to that as well. So when we don't have stillness of mind, we're going to feel exhausted, we're going to feel drained, we're going to feel overwhelmed, anxious, depressed, stressed. We're potentially going to be living in that fear, living in fear generally within life. Again, all of this can be happening subconsciously, but behind the scenes, our mind's racing, and we just feel absolutely shattered, absolutely drained, absolutely exhausted. And then that can have knock-on effects. We can then feel really angry, really impatient with the people that we love, our partner, our kids. And then we go into the guilt overload, because we don't want to be like that. We're feeling potentially like we're pushing people away, because we're in this space of just life being so, chaotic and overwhelming. It can also cause us to be stuck, to feel stuck, feel and be stuck. So, if you feel stuck, if you're a female entrepreneur, whether that's, currently, or you're aspiring to be there, if you feel stuck in any of that process, it will potentially well, it will be because of our subconscious programming that we can release, but it will also be because we can't live in that present moment. You know, our minds are ping 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 everywhere else, and we're not allowing ourselves to be in this present moment, and therefore, you know, being able to deal with what might be happening in that moment in time, or, you know, feeling our most kind of creative, inspired, motivated self. So it's going to keep us kind of locked in this stuck little bubble and locked in our own success ceiling, you know, locked under our own success ceiling as well. And it may see us, you know, comparing ourselves to others. That's really obviously detrimental for us as business women as well. You know, if we're constantly comparing ourselves to somebody who is, you know, many chapters on, then we're never going to be, you know, we're never going to feel at our best. We're going to have that imposter syndrome, you know, coming up and smacking us firmly in the face, you know, every day. So when we can create this stillness of mind, we are going to move into, I mean, just so much more focus, happiness, joy, harmony within our lives. But we're going to be able to become more magnetic as well. And this is where that, you know, money ceiling, that success ceiling comes into this, because the more we can step out of our chaos into this stillness of mind, the more energy we're going to create in our mind and our body to be able to attract in the right opportunities, you know, those true desires that we have, that we want in our lives. The more we're going to be able to invite those in, or not even invite them in, you know, magnetize those things in, subconsciously draw those things into us. We don't even need to, you know, necessarily think about it. We're going to become laser focused on how we need to help ourselves, how we need to work, you know, what we need to do within our work. We're gonna just know what to do, the right decisions to make at the right time, because we're not permanently, you know, worrying about what might be happening 5 years on even, you know. We're gonna have that real calm, kind of energized, happy feeling. We're going to potentially have more play in life. We're going to find more fun, you know, within our lives when we can create this stillness of mind. And then, you know, we're going to sleep better as well, because we haven't got these constant like whirring thoughts. Again, you know, subconsciously that could be happening. Well, it will subconsciously be happening as well as it happening on a conscious level. So I don't know about you, but I absolutely used to wake myself up already running, you know, various thoughts about business or my child, or, you know, whatever may be coming up. And a lot of the time it didn't even make sense that, you know, I was lying there worrying about this stuff. Might have made sense at 2 o'clock in the morning, but it certainly didn't make sense the next day. So this is why it's really key to learn how to step into our stillness of mind. Okay, and we're going to go into this in some real detail within the free course. But it's all about finding our peace, you know, how we can do that with the various modalities that I work with, but also with, you know, a whole load of self-help tips within the course as well. But, you know, just one tip for now, just tuning into our breathing, as simple as it sounds, is going to bring, you know, that, it's going to help us to just bring all of that mind activity, that body activity, that anxiety, just bring it down. So if you want to have a look at any guided breathwork meditations on YouTube, there are loads within there, you know, that we can just actually learn to take 15 minutes, only needs to be 15 minutes a day, but just to take 15 minutes a day to actually spend that time really thinking about how we're breathing, and start to bring, you know, all that activity down for ourselves, you know, start to slow our brain waves down, start to slow our body down. Come along to the course, and I'll teach you, you know, a whole load more self-help tips within the course, and we'll cover how, you know, we can use various different modalities, as I say, to help us create this stillness of mind, and how we can unprogram or unlearn the things that we've learned throughout our life's journey that has added to, you know, this chaotic mind. So, you know, our anxiety, our depression, whatever symptoms are happening for us, there will be some subconscious links to that and some subconscious programs that are being run. So do come along to the free course. It's going to be, I'm so excited about running it, because we're bringing just so many things together that will, you know, will hopefully help, well, will help ladies to start to come out of this like chaotic, confusing kind of world and start to step into this stillness of mind. So do come along. It'd be lovely to have you there, and ask me any questions if you'd like to. Drop any questions in the comments, or ping me a private message if you'd like to, but then I will hopefully see you